Oh, yeah, I am getting ready. Let's put this in slideshow mode. Alright, there we go. Welcome. Welcome. Hello, Shenis Nation. It is me, shenis the drag queen, and I had a very successful day at a card meetup recently. So, as some of you may know, I am an avid Pokemon card collector. I have been collecting Pokemon cards since I was in, I don't know, like second grade, third grade maybe, and I absolutely love Pokemon cards. I have a fantastic collection, and I mostly collect vintage cards. So I've been following, I had been following more like TCG event stuff on Instagram, and I came across a trading and selling meetup in kind of my local area. I'm based out of the East Bay, and I found one that was not only a meetup with buyers, buyer and sellers, but it was also free for entry, which was great, and of course free for parking. So that was excellent. So I attended, and I just wanted to show everyone what additions we've made to the binders. And if it wasn't clear, this was Sunday, April 26th. So this was yesterday. Okay, so I wanted to go over some of the things that I do to like meet up for these kinds of events. Like, I kind of just wanted to like take you a little bit through my process. And so, uh, okay, let's go through what I've been doing prior to these meetups to really get myself ready for these like types of environments. So, the first thing that I've started doing is getting together a specific trade binder, and what that is for me is a selection of particular TCG series. Um, and so, like, took, I think I took like about seven different kind of combinations of series, and I'll kind of show you what that means, like the combination of series later in later in the stream. Uh, so I decided to just pull out a select few sets of series. So, one, I'm not lugging around my entire collection. And two, I have a very specific focus for the types of cards that I am trying to get. And so I think it also makes like purchasing a little bit easier. Another thing that I did this time that I hadn't done in the past was I put my like tradables, the easy like the all of any of the like the higher value cards, um, and I put those in the little like plastic, not the super thin plastic sleeves, but the larger kind of thick plastic sleeves. It's kind of akin to like a faux slab. It's definitely not a slabbed card, but like it it's like but it's a good way to protect the cards and of course maintain their value, because yeah, so maintain their value, which we'll kind of get into more about that later. Now, I also wanted to go into some of the trading principles that I operate under, because I have a very specific like methodology for like my Pokemon card trading. And so probably the number one rule that I follow is I'm really trying to get as much as I can optimizing one for one. So what this means is like the sort of what I end up really trying to go for overall is to average out at a like one card like one card for $1 or like card for card. I prefer to like really make I like because it's like TCG. I personally try to really make the experience about um, like trading and bartering because I think that's kind of more in I don't know. I like not doing it with cash because personally my thoughts on the like I don't know, the sticker price of some of cards these days is just insane. I feel like if it's a children's card game, then a child should be able to like purchase like any card kind of feasibly. So, like I feel like the most a card should really cost is like 10, maybe like $20. But anyway, so going along with that, I'm really trying to minimize spending at these events. So, you know, beyond like if I'm going to these like when I go to these events, I generally don't bring a lot of cash with me, and that's pretty intentional since like I want to make sure that I'm kind of limiting myself and not overspending, as this is a very, as I'm sure we know, it's a very expensive arena. So yeah, I try to be very intentional about the like actual money that I spend around my Pokemon cards. Uh, just like especially with consideration to how I feel the game the this whole trading process should operate. Kind of going back to the optimizing for one to one. Another thing that actually came up during this meetup was a really interesting kind of trading tactic of like duplicate cards. So cards that I see that I already own and generally have brought with me, like I'll get uh, copies that are slightly different and possibly worth less than mine, and I can kind of trade up or like offer the store to like offer the store, the employee, whatever, the seller to trade up their card in value. Whether that's, you know, like it's a card that has a reverse holofoil that didn't before, or if it's in a better condition, if it's some versions are worth more than others, things like that. So there's a lot of really cool things to do, cool like little tricks to look out for with the cards that I already own. So now we're going to talk about kind of the first order of business, which is the trading binder. So what specifically is in the trading binder? What was I looking to trade for very specifically? So the selections that I made were the Wizards of the Coast, the original printing company Black Star promos, which included like generations 1 and 2 of printing. So uh, those. the Southern Islands series. This was part of the Generation 2 of printing. Pop Series 1 through 9. These are really interesting. They're not full series. They were, in my understanding, they were specifically sold in like booster packs as opposed to like any of the base sets that you can buy in like Elite Trainer box or anything or like those larger uh, like packages of cards. So these were more of like an offshoot and has a much smaller set list than a standard like a standard series at the time. Most of the pop series are, well, I guess all of the pop series actually are generation 3 of printing. And generally, the rest of these uh, series were the rest of these series uh, had set lists that were like around the 90 some cards per series, whereas the pop series I think maybe have 18, maybe 20, but it's a much shorter list. Similar with the Southern Islands series, this one actually just has 18. Well, I think listed as 18. I don't remember if it has any like secret rare cards, but the set list itself is 18. Now, moving on, I to these like next two, they're kind of tied. So something that I really find kind of interesting is comparing series that have been like concepts that have been revisited and their varying set lists. So what I mean by that is like in Generation 1 uh, of printing, there was the Here Comes Team Rocket series with the introduction of Dark Pokemon. And then, uh, later in Generation 3, they did another, Team Rocket, like, Team Rocket Returns or something like that. So, bringing that concept of, a set list that is centered around, Team Rocket's Pokemon, generally dark Pokemon, and seeing kind of what the difference is, not just in terms of what Pokemon are on these lists. Obviously, with newer sets, they'll have newer Pokemon, and but also which Pokemon made it from first generation into the next generation of card printing. Just kind of interesting to see how they delineate some of the different card how they structure their series list. There's a lot of fun things to compare. So, oops. The one that I, the ones that I was specifically looking for were one, the EX Team Aqua versus Team Magma series from 2004, which was then revisited in the series Double Crisis, which was not specifically named about Team Aqua versus Team Magma, but if you look at the cards in the series, they're all Team Aqua's this, Team Magma's that. It's very Team Aqua versus Team Magma. And then again, this is a decade apart. The second set of series that I like to compare were the Radiant collections. So these Radiant collections were a sub series within the within a larger set that had their own special index, and it just kind of made certain cards rarer than others. I got well. It was a kind of an interesting subset within a series, which is something that I really like as someone who also collects Delta species Pokemon, which was a subset of cards that that had like kind of wacky altered typing. So a like water type would be a what's usually a water type would be electric type, something interesting like that, where not all of the cards in the series were related to it, but there were particular ones within the series that were. So we see this kind of subset, the sub-series conundrum again in the Radiant collections in 2013 and 2016. So the 2013 Radiant collection was a subset of the Legendary Treasures series, while the Radiant collection of 2016 was a subset of the XY Generations series. So I know that that's a lot to kind of name, and I wanted to go over kind of briefly how I'm able to look through cards so quickly to like actually find things in this like particular list. So I went through and I found a good infographic of all the different card series. So I wanted to just go over the uh, insignia, the icon of the different card series, and kind of point out and like show how I'm able to delineate through just a ton of cards in a relatively short period of time. So each series has its own insignia, and this is generally located somewhere on the bottom of the card. For a long time, it was on the bottom right of the card, but more recently, they've put it on the bottom left. And this will be a shorthand for like what series this Pokemon card belongs to. So of the ones that are in my binder that I'm currently looking for are these Wizards of the Coast Black Star promos, which are literally like black stars with promos sort of like arced in front of it. So those the Southern Isles series. Oh, did I not? Oh, here we go. That's okay. I didn't highlight it, but it's a little palm tree, and that's a like quick way to know. The Pop Series 1 through 9, these were like this series had a very like pretty notable like so the icon was a stamp and a Pokeball stamp and the number of the series. So uh, these this is another one. I do want to point out that okay, for a while I thought that this series, the EX Deoxys series, which kind of has a similar look going on. It's like a triangle and a star and what looks like the number 7. And for a long time I thought that was like I had kind of seen those and been like, oh, like sometimes that one trips me up. Where I'm like, oh, is it Pop Series 7? Nope. It's EX Deoxys. Alright, so that's what's in my binder. Now going on to an overview of the trading event and sort of how it shook out. So I went +8, -3, +$5. And what I mean by that is I had I traded in to me 8 new cards, traded out from my collection 3 cards, and instead of spending money, I earned money. So I earned $5. And the series that I acquired new cards for were the following: the Pop Series 4, 8, and 9, the EX Team Aqua vs. Team Magma series, and the 2016 Radiant Collection. All right, so I ended up making 3 trades, and the first of which is as seen on the right here. So we have a full special illustrated. We have two of my cards, the Graveyard, Graveyard Special Illustration Rare, and the Reshiram Full Art Rare. This Reshiram being from the Scarlet Violet White Flare series, which I did a cosplay of the Elite Trains that this was sold in a couple of weeks ago, and that was really fun. So when I opened the ETB, I actually pulled this one. So that was cool, and was able to get in a little bit of value for it. This graveyard I like had uh, I had in my collection, and generally these like special illustration rares are like high value. So um, the ones that I've had in the past, I also had a very cool full art Steelix that I was able, sorry, not a full art Steelix, a special illustrated illustration rare Steelix, an illustration Steelix, and was able to get like $30 in trade credit for it, which was really cool and fun to spend. So those are the 2 cards that I traded out in this first trade, and then I actually was able to get in 6 new cards, including several holofoil cards, which I thought was kind of neat. Generally, of course, those are gonna sell for a little bit more, and I was very pleased that I could take in some really nice ones. And we'll kind of see the cards in closer detail in a little bit. So here, after this trade, I would say that I would be like +6 -2. So let's get into the cards. So I wanted to just like give images of what these cards look like up close. One sec. Okay. Yes, I wanted to just point out some of the just let people really see the cards. This Graveyard full illustration, sorry, the illustration is just so cute. I really like the Drifloon and the Gengar and the Ghastly, the Shuppet, and is the Pumpkaboo maybe? As like little stuffed animals with the really cute dog, and I just absolutely love it. It looks very like color pencil, maybe even, yeah, like very like sketched, and I really like cards like that. So I really love this illustration style, a lot of the shading, all very nice. And this is illustration by Sow, Sow. And this SVI uh, in the black rectangle in white lettering, that is the insignia for the Scarlet and Violet base set. And so that's where this graveyard is from. Now on the right, we have this full art Reshiram EX from the Scarlet and Violet White Flare series. So both of these are within the like Scarlet and Violet realm. Now you can see at the bottom of this card, the Reshiram card, that there is a black rectangle at the bottom left with white lettering that says WHT for White Flare. So that's where the icons are now on the bottom left for a lot of these newer cards. But that it wasn't always the case. They weren't always placed there, which is very helpful to kind of to a helpful little tidbit to know when sorting through just like an insane amount of cards all at once, trying to like pick particular things and look for these series. Okay, so the first card that I was able to get. Oh, actually, you know what I didn't mention was the seller. I really want to give a shout out to at Cards One Stop Shop. That's CARDS, the number one, STOPSHOP on Instagram at Cards One Stop Shop. For just one of the most amazing collections that I have ever seen. And this was just the cards that he was selling, not even personal collection. I thought that I saw a wider variety of cards, a larger like time scale of cards, and I felt like there was just so much to dig through that wasn't just like modern. So definitely appreciated as a vintage collector. All right. Let's get back to the actual cards that I took in. So this is my new, beautiful, well-loved Flygon, and the index number on this card is 3 out of 17, and this is part of Pop Series 4. So, a lot of information can be gleaned from this card. In the bottom right corner, we see the Pokeball image and the number 4, indicating that it is part of Pop Series 4. And the index here, number 3 out of 17. This, as I kind of mentioned before, the Pop series were a very small, like, set list wise, where things were kind of under 20 cards versus, like 80, 90, even up into 100 at this point for the card series. So definitely just a really small selection. And this one, generally with the card series, the way that the set lists were organized at the time was at the cards with at the very beginning of the set list were not only the ones that were rare, as indicated by the black star to the left of the Pop Series insignia, but also these were holofoil. So you can see in this image illustrated by Hisao Nakamura, the really beautiful speckled, like Cosmo Hollow blue background. And this is probably my favorite generation of card. Generation 3 of printing just like was is very nostalgic to me. It's definitely where a lot of my cards came from when I was first collecting. And so whenever I see things that are in this like card layout, the golden edges, the kind of very like minimalist in terms of Pokemon information, uh, I just like I kind of gravitate towards these, especially I like that I like I like the contrast between the Flygon's like green, red, and blue. I think that's a very fun color combination. The ruby, sapphire, and emerald color combination, even if we may be so meta, just always makes me really happy to look at. And personally, I really love well loved cards. I refuse to call them damaged. Like, you may call it damaged, but to me, it is well loved. I think that it's just like it it demonstrates a background. I feel like it gives character. It makes the card feel more like real, like it's actually been played with. It is actually a card that gets traded. It has, it's a bitch with a backstory. So, my appreciation for well-loved cards tends to kind of go really well in these settings because cards that would usually be, like in the double or even triple digits become like a much more feasible option, and I get to like look at it and just appreciate all of its wrinkles and creases. And I still get to see this like incredible shot of Flygon with this like absolutely amazing color scheme. Another thing I've been doing when I go to these shows is I will keep the sticker on the original card sleeve. I'll generally swap the card sleeves out to like the best fitting ones. I've noticed that when I'm at these types of events, or just in general, vendors will put the cards in a card sleeve that's a little bit like loose fitting. I like to make sure that they are properly gloved. And what I'll do is I'll just like from the original card sleeve, I'll just cut out around the around the price tag, and that way I can kind of remember like, oh, this is what this is what this was valued at. And I just think it's really interesting, especially because uh I didn't trade, like I don't trade money, like physical money for cards, so it was yeah, I was very happy to get this one. Next, from Pop Series 8, we have Luxio and Luxray. It's kind of hard to see in this picture of Luxray on the right, but she also is a little bit holofoil, a bit dim, but very beautiful nonetheless. So Luxio here is 8 out of 17, and Luxray with the holo is 3 out of 17. So just kind of keeping in mind the similar series setup where we have the holofoil rare starting off the set list, and then kind of going from Black Star rare to uncommon, like this little diamond on the Luxio card in the bottom right corner, and it'll be a little bit later in the card series in the set list as well. Also, um, this like the Luxray line is one that I just really love. I absolutely love Luxray. I think Shinx is so adorable, And I've definitely gone through this evolutionary line on several different Pokemon games. Definitely for Pokemon Pearl. Um, so I've done it in Pearl, and I'm pretty sure I also did it in one of my runs through Blue. What is it? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team or Red Rescue Team, and I was able to actually like evolve it all the way up from a Shinx to a Luxray. Yeah, so I always enjoy kind of taking in cards from of this line, and I think Shinx is just so fucking cute, absolutely adorable. He already looks like a little plushie. Now, I just kind of want to note again, Pop Series 8, Pokeball 8, down in the bottom right corner, looks great. So we'd had the Luxray valued at $2.50, and the Luxio evaluated at $2. Uh, why this one was $2.50? I think I can see some damage on like the left and the right. There's some like, if we look at the way that the like card sleeve holds the card, then we have like a parallel edge for the card edge to be at. We can see that there's some damage along the card edge, a little bit of jaggedness, and that's, I think, what kind of. We also have some wrinkles up at the top. So just a couple different things that probably nerfed this down to the 2.5 price range, while the card on the left is valued at 2 just because of the condition. And last Pop Series, we have, oops, this is supposed to be Pop Series 9. This, if you look down at the bottom right, we have the Pokeball and a 9. It's 12 out of 17. With a black circle in the bottom right corner that indicates that this Baneri card is common. That's what that one means. So in the set lists at the time, we would go holofoil rare, non-holofoil rare, uncommon, common, like trainer and item cards. Then if there were any like Pokemon EX cards, they would come at the very end of the series. And following that, sometimes, not always, would be any of the like secret rare cards. And so this Baneri card has a little bit of a different card layout than the previous. Oops, wrong direction. Well, the Pop Series 8 and 9 have similar card layouts to each other versus Pop Series 4, which was earlier. This was the Generation 3 of printing, as opposed to if we look at Luxio, Luxray, and Baneri, these are all Generation 5. So they also have like a little bit of a different card layout. And some of the things that the of the like Generation 5 cards, they had a lot more like stat information about the Pokemon itself. So underneath the illustration, there's the Pokedex number, the like what kind of Pokemon it is, and the height and weight. So we have the Baneri number 427. It's a rabbit Pokemon. Height 1 foot 4 inches. Weight 12 pounds. Just a beautiful little rabbit girl. A very large rabbit girl. Well, if she does Dizzy Punch, she's got to have some meat on her bones to punch you with. Same thing with these Luxio and Luxray cards. We have their number. So for Luxray, that's number 405. It's a Gleam Eyes Pokemon with its gleaming eyes. Height 4'7", weight 92.6 pounds. Huh, I wonder if Japanese cards of this time period would put a different unit of measurement instead of pounds. And presumably would have it in centimeters instead of imperial units. That's something kind of interesting. I wonder, I'll have to keep my eyes peeled to see what I can find of like Japanese series like this at the time. Yeah. Versus if we go back to the Flygon from Pop Series 4. Sorry, if we go back to the Flygon from Pop Series 4, this is Generation 3, you can see not only does it not have that information, what kind of Pokemon it is, it's not no Pokedex number, no height, weight, but we also don't have a level for this Flygon, which the later series would have. This one for the Baneri, it was valued at $1.50. I had seen this card with the same valuation at a different vendor's table as well. But as I was going through their cards, I didn't see any other ones that I would be potentially interested in outside of this Baneri card. So the last things that we picked up in this first trade were from the EX Team Aqua versus Team Magma series of 2004. And we picked up Team Aqua's Crawdont and Team Magma's Rhyhorn. So this Team Aqua's Crawdont on the left, it was absolutely love at first sight. I saw the wrinkles, I saw the holofoil, and my crazy little crab Crawdont. Well, I guess he's probably more of a crayfish. I don't know. I don't know what it is about this line, but I've always thought that they are just fantastic. This little crustacean guy. Something about maybe Corfish. I just find so like it always seems like it's in distress. Just the big bug eyes, kind of eyeballs out to the side. I'm like, oof, you seem like you are having a hard time. But yeah, but going back to Crawdont, now he has his fierce eyes on. And I don't know, I think the colors fun, and I do love a water type. So in this series, we also had like a certain person or entities Pokemon, and that's something that had been done before, that had been going on for a while, starting with like the original Here Comes Team Rocket, as well as or like the original Team Rocket with the card that's like Here Comes Team Rocket, something like that. And so you got, Team Rocket's card, then going into like gym challenges and gym heroes with like, Giovanni's whatever, Misty's Squirtle, Brock's Geodude, things like that. So now this is the entity, the entity formerly known as Team Aqua. This is Crawdont. Crawdont. And this card series is kind of interesting. So if we look in the bottom right corner, it's a little bit hard to tell, but there's these two intersecting slashes, kind of like an X. And it's hard to see in these photos, but the insignia is actually blue and red, for Team Magma, which is fire, which is blue, red. I can't believe I fucked that up. Hold on, let me try that again. So it's red for Team Magma and blue for Team Aqua. And this one kind of similar to the Flygon with all of the damage here. Uh, we can see lots of lots of creases, lots of wrinkles around the edges. There's it's peeling off the cardboard. This one was in a rough shape, but I was able to get like a rarer version of this card that is generally a non-holofoil rare, which makes sense. Which we can kind of also I guess, check the series positionality. This is 14 out of 95, but the first letter is C for Crawdon. So if it had been a holofoil, if it had the option of like the regular holofoil where the image background, the Pokemon image background was holofoil, the cosmic Cosmos holofoil, then it would have been much earlier in the series. It would have been, probably within the first 3 or 4. But this index number, 14 out of 95, indicates that it would have been kind of in the non-holofoil section, the non-holofoil rare section, because it is rare, as indicated by the black star to the left of the insignia again. So having this card be reverse holofoil would have made it like extra valuable compared to the non-holofoil version. And so with all of these well-loved wrinkles and crinkles and whatnot, the card was valued at $4.50. So I was able to snap that one up as well. Lastly, from trade number 1, we picked up Team Magma's Rhyhorn. And this one indexing at 67 out of 95. It's a common card, and I think when I had been looking through this vendor's wow, hold on. When I had been looking through this vendor's like wares, and he had more Pop Series cards than I even like was able to pull out, like probably double or even triple the amount that I had. I was trying to figure out how do I narrow down specifically which, especially a lot of these common cards, like which ones do I like buy, which ones do I trade in this time? And so the reason that I went with this Team Magma's Rhyhorn was because when I had checked my binder after I'd pulled this one aside, just to kind of do some cross-referencing, I had seen that we had, okay, so there's 67 out of 95, which is Team Magma's Rhyhorn, as well as 68 out of 95, which is also Team Magma's Rhyhorn, but with like a different picture. And I had actually already had Team Magma's Rhyhorn 68 out of 95, so I was able to complete this little Rhyhorn set with 67 and 68 out of 95 Team Magma's Rhyhorns. duplicate or multiple, not duplicate because it's not the same card. Okay, moving on to trade number two. We had, I wish I had gotten this vendor's name. I should have maybe even had him sign it. That would have been fun. But what we were able to do here was do that kind of like trading on quality, as opposed to trading on like instead of trading on like new card value. So this is Meloetta EX from the Radiant Collection of 2013. And this one is index number RC25 out of RC25. And my old card is on the left here. And I would say that just like looking at kind of the card and kind of recognizing how I took care of it, this was probably going to be in your lightly played, probably moderately played range. And this card we can see was marked HP, heavily played. And some things that we can kind of look at that show that value is in the corners of the card and along the bottom and even a little bit along the top edge. We can see how the card is peeling away from the cardboard. So that's definitely going to be kind of like a knockdown in value. And since I had the same card, I was essentially able to trade up, or sorry, I guess like I traded down and earned like $5 from the like quality discrepancy, or like yeah, the quality discrepancy that I was trading on. And so my card was valued at around $20, whereas the heavily played Meloetta was only 15. And just a little bit more close up on the Meloetta EX card that I took in. We have the peeling around the borders, definitely some of the bottom corners, as well as a lot of the edges. And then if we flip it over, we can see a lot of the like wear and tear on the back. There's a lot of places that's the ink has been scratched off, rubbed off, crinkled off, etc., etc. So definitely a very well-loved card, and now I even have a fun story about it. Okay, so after, I guess, going back to trade number two. So I guess this one I would say I would call it like +1, -1, +5, since, you know, we're one card out, one card in. We also earned $5. I'm not sure really if it like should count as like a card traded out and in if it's the same card, because generally when I talk about like the cards out of my collection, they're cards that I'm like trading for other things. But I I figured the best I can kind of do at this point is the like this would be a +1 -1 uh like plus $5. So now, after successfully trading my Meloetta EX, I took that $5 and went right back to the at cards one stop shop trading table. And started looking through the cards again to see what I had missed. And like originally, I had been looking for a specific card that was like a stamped trainer from, I don't know, like the Delta series from like EX Holland Phantoms, which includes the Delta species, which I collect. And so I had been considering buying that. But as I was going through to try and relocate that card, I came across this absolutely beautiful Meow stick. And this is from the it's the 2016 Radiant collection, not 2013. I lied. And this one was index number RC15 out of RC32. So both the Radiant series were kind of looking in the like 30s for this like specific subset of cards. Another thing cool about the Radiant collections is all of the cards in the series have like a some like shared characteristics. For the 2016 Radiant Collection series, that was these little jewels that were hanging down from the top left of the card. So all of the card art for this included some like collection of little like gemstone charms, which I find absolutely adorable. Different shapes, different colors, and as someone who also like makes jewelry, knows how to is studying to be a jeweler and whatnot. It was really I have an appreciation for jewelry. Now, another thing that was characteristic of the 2016 Radiant Collection series was these really cool like reverse holofoil, like not impression exactly, but this like really cool detailing. So for each of the cards, they all had their own little like cool decorative holofoil, um, like yeah, decoration piece, and that just makes all of the cards just so much more fun. And this one was valued at 550, which the vendor was generous enough to accept the $5 in cash for. And another thing I kind of want to say about the Radiant collection. So this was the 2016 Radiant collection, and its characteristics were the jewel charms as well as the like holofoil, uh, this holofoil, no, reverse holofoil detailing. Versus if we look at this Meloetta card, I think this one's kind of a this one might not be the most representative, but all of the cards in this series actually had like a reverse holofoil detailing. So the like image of the Pokemon may not have been like holofoil or sparkly or anything, but the background of the like actual card itself did have some of that like sparkly detailing. This Meloetta EX, though, being a full art card, was would have always been also have like holofoil elements. I think you can sort of see in the photo in the like the top left corner where we have this really beautiful like flashes of like pink to yellow, green to like this turquoise to blue, and you can kind of see that uh, along the top towards the right as well. Some of that like sparkle detail. All right, so now we're going to go through my we're gonna do a little bit more looking at the card series and also where all of these kind of new additions sort of sit in my collection. So here is the info of like how far I've gotten in each of the particular series. This is TCG Collector. So let's start from our oldest cards. So the oldest, like the most vintage, the oldest in the series, card series would be the Southern Islands card series from from the Generation 2 printing. So let's open that. And this is what all of the cards in the series look like. We have, number one, Mew, Pidgeot. This is an Onyx that I actually own. So you can see that it doesn't, there's like a +1 view. There's a +1 of this card, indicating that I own it. This one I actually has a fun story. For I had bought this in a slab for $20 because I had seen it like every time I went to this card shop for like 6 months, and nobody was buying it because it was just up to just I don't like insanely priced, and I just couldn't stop thinking about it, and so I was like, you know what, fine. I broke the fucking plastic off and was like, okay, you're mine now. And you know what? I've never regretted it. So good job for this. Good job, Onyx. He also looks very happy. And if you kind of see, like, with the whole, with a lot of these cards together, they actually, like, form a cohesive picture. Like, in the Mew card, you can see the Pidgeot wing, Pidgeot, and then in the Onyx picture, you can see the right wing as well. Ignore what it says they're priced at. That is like mint condition, and none of my cards are in mint condition. So, okay, I have this Onyx. We have this really cute Togepi with this absolutely gorgeous, like, reverse holofoil, like, very cosmic background. Not background, but, like, card. One thing, kind of another thing going back to the Onyx about the, like, series icons, the series insignias, is that for the like first 1.5 generations of printing, when the card layout looked like this, then the insignia was found in on the like middle right of the card, and this one, Southern Islands, is a little palm tree. All right, now moving down the like index list. So we have Togepi, absolutely beautiful. Ivysaur, Raticate. This reverse holofoil Lediba I do have. I think I have. Mine is like probably damaged or played. Allegedly. She is very well loved, but I do have that one, so that's a little +1 for me. I also do have this Jigglypuff. And then moving down the list, Butterfree, absolutely gorgeous. I also really like how the card art of this series just looks like it's been illustrated with colored pencil. I just like for me, I would say that I really appreciate when I look at Pokemon art on these cards that looks like it was created off of a computer. Like, and that's not to say that like digital design is like bad or anything. Of course, it can be amazing, but I do find it kind of interesting when card illustrators use other mediums. So whether that's like clay, crochet, which is amazing, like cut paper, anything kind of like colored pencil, and I find that just like really alluring. Okay, so after Butterfree, we have Tentacruel, adorable. This reverse holofoil Marill, I do own. Then we have Lapras. Oh, there's a little Dratini in the background. That's so fucking cute. Oh my god. This Executor that I do have. Isn't he fun? Just chilling on the beach. Oh, and then it has the little Bellsprout in kind of the right, just his little foot and mouth. Or is that another Executor? I might be seeing things. Oh, this absolutely gorgeous Slow King would be a dream to get someday with this, like, look at how cool the holofoil background is. Oh my god. War Turtle. Um, oh, and Horsey. I wonder what they're doing. They're just so cute. This kind of crazy Lickitung. Oh my goodness. Such a fleshy pink color. This crazy tongue. But, like, what position? How is he. What is he doing? Uh, Excellent. This Vileplume. So, this reverse hollow Vileplume, she's stunning. As well as this Primeape. So that is a card set with, this is the Southern Isles card set, and it is 18 cards long, and I own, let's see, 8 out of 18. I'm at 44%. Alright, we're going to skip this for now. Going to skip around. We're going to go with the Wizards of the Coast promos. So this one, is going to be that like Black Star promo, and we see it in the like middle right towards the edge. Very just of that time of these first 1.5 printing card print series. So there's a like a basic Pikachu. I think I have the non-first edition. So I have a non-holo. I don't think I have. I don't know if. I don't remember if mine's first edition. I guess I could look since I have my Pokebinder right in front of me. Let's see. No. So mine is not first edition, but it could be. So we got that one. We have this Electabuzz from the Pokemon movie with the cool little stamp in the corner. Missing this Mewtwo. I do love Mewtwo. I do love Psychic Pokemon. So that would be cool to have one day. I do have this Pikachu, also from the Pokemon movie. As well as this Dragonite from the Pokemon movie. And I absolutely like... Oh, I love this image. If I... Let's see. Is this Sumiyoshi Kazuki's work? I think I covered up the illustrator because I think it was in the bottom left at the time. But if I were a betting man, or them... Yeah, so according to this website, there is the potential for this Pikachu Black Star promo to be first edition. I'm wondering if, like, the way that this was sold at the time was like it was like a blister pack with like this is, you know, the guaranteed card, and then you get a bunch of like you know, a handful of booster packs. So then they would have been kind of like released for first edition and then re-released for the unlimited set later on. But going back to Dragonite and the if I were a betting man. So if I were a betting man, I would guess that this artwork is Sumiyoshi Kazuki, and the things that indicate this illustrator's artwork to me are these like very thick, bold lines the kind of minimal color scheme, the not minimal color scheme, but the lack of kind of any type of like shading or like gradation, graduation in color. So I like how it's kind of like thick, sort of blocky, and these kind of like very big and bold color schemes. So these four cards, the Electabuzz, the Mewtwo, the Pikachu, and the Dragonite, these were all uh, like cards that you could get from going to the Pokemon movie. So I have three of the four. Next up, we have this Arcanine Black Star promo. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know much about this one, but I do own it. Moving on down, there is this really goofy looking Jigglypuff that's like 3D rendered. This is a Black Star promo. I do have this non holofoil Black Star promo Mew. Would absolutely love to snag a holofoil Mew Black Star promo. Uh, oh, look at that. She's so beautiful. Mew is. I wouldn't say it's one. It's definitely one of my favorite legendaries. I think that looks so soft. Like I would want a Mew as a pet. This absolutely gorgeous holofoil Meowth. This next we have, I do have this one. So this is a holofoil, an Eevee holofoil with these really pretty like bands of red, yellow, and blue, kind of symbolizing the Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon that they can evolve into. So I have that one. Next up, this Mewtwo. I do not have that one, nor do I have this gorgeous Venusaur. However, talking about Mewtwo, I do have this one here with Mewtwo really flexing his mind balls and his finger balls at you. Oh my goodness, cool Porygon with the holofoil. Oh, I would absolutely love to have this card. I think Porygon is so much fun. I really like the Porygon line. I think they're all just like very fascinating. I like the this concept of these kind of like glitchy Pokemon. It's a virtual Pokemon. And of course he's cool. Computer Error Black Star promo. I like that it's a trainer card. I think it's kind of fun to have like interesting trainer cards, just not something that a lot of people really think about. Dark Persian. Oh, gorgeous. Team Rocket's Meowth. Sabrina's Abra. This Black Star promo Psyduck that I have. He looks, oh my god, he's just so cute and he looks so confused. Isn't he always? Next up is this set of three Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos Black Star promos. And I have one of each. Absolutely gorgeous. Then look at this Blanks Pikachu. It's your Pikachu because it's your birthday. And look, Pikachu has a cake for you. It's because it's your birthday. You may recognize this Flying Pikachu Black Star promo card. This illustration has been reused, and there's, I think, a probably 20, maybe 2020 some series that started reincorporating this Pikachu, this Flying Pikachu, in fact. Next, there's this Pikachu. I love the 3D rendering. It looks like it's straight out of like Melee. Super Smash Bros. Superb Smash Brothers Melee. Another Pikachu. And Surfing Pikachu. That's also been like reconstituted back into the Pokemon game. Oh, the Dragonite is actually Toshinao Aoki. That's good to know. I might have to keep an eye on that uh, artist because I do really like the way that that's drawn. Thank you for checking. I appreciate that. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled for this Toshinao Aoki person. Alright. Next up, in cards that I do have, this Moril, as well as this Togepi, and even this Cleffa. So now back to some of our like promos. We have the Smeargle, which is just such a fun Pokemon. Is that Machu Picchu in the background? That's crazy. Amazing. Smeargle goes International. Sizor. I would love to have more Sizor cards. I like so metal type was introduced in the was introduced Gen 2. And it was the first time that so you would have that in the cards and they would be this really like this kind of matte silver, and there definitely weren't a lot of them. There's not a lot of metal Pokemon. It's definitely one of the rarer types. So I feel like I don't own very many Scizor cards. I think I have a fake, a really shitty fake one, and maybe one other. But I don't see a lot of this Pokemon. Next down the line, we have this holofoil Raikou. Raikou. This one I do have, but following in kind of the Southern Isles tradition, this Pichu, absolutely beautiful. This one I do not have, nor do I have this cute singing Igglybuff. Hitmontop is going to take some time. And I've seen this Unknown J. I've seen this one around a lot. Generally, I've seen it for much less than 20 some dollars. I don't know who is buying it at that price. But I've never quite managed to seal the deal. Let's see, what does it say? J-O-N... Oh, J-O-I-N for join. That's its Poke Power. Excellent. I love reading. I love Pokemon cards. this Miss Drevis, which is just looks so derpy. Oh my gosh. It looks like its face it's been vacuumed weirdly. So now its face is all pulled forward and the hair is blown back. It looks like it should be going Pokemon Center for $1,100 allegedly, and Lucky Stadium for allegedly also $1,000. That's crazy to me. It's just not worth. Not worth. But I have just never see trainers be expensive. Pokemon Tower Stadium card. This really wild Machamp. I like his facial expression. His very wide mouth. He seems very busy with his forearms all trying to, I don't know, catch these rocks and while he's perspirating. Oh, and then you have he's performing in front of his little Poke friends. Magmar, Scyther, Electabuzz. Oh, this adorable Mew. Look at it! It's just resting on a little rock. This would make a good little terrarium pet. Ooh, Articuno. She's very beautiful. Oh my gosh. This Snorlax, I would love to have this card. Something is so comical to me about the, illustration. Just the giant Z for no reason. Well, not for no reason, but it's not really, associated with it's not associated with anything like Pokemon. And he's just, laying on it. Asleep! Because he's sleeping. Zzz. One day. Another Pokemon movie promo. This one is Celebi, the Onion Fairy Pokemon. Rapidash. And then this one I do have. This is the Black Star promo Ho-Oh. And hopefully one day the Black Star promo Suicune. So that's where we're at in the Wizards of the Coast promos. I'm going to leave Pop Series for last. So let's look at... We're going to do EX Team Magma versus Team Aqua, because I actually have a decent amount of these. Yeah, something is wrong with the shape of that Snorlax. It does look a bit like squashed. It's not quite as round as some of the other illustrations of Snorlax. The shape that one would generally think for a Snorlax. Alright, so going through the EX Team Aqua versus Team Magma roster. This Team Aqua's Cacturn. Love it. Dual dark grass type. Fantastic. This is also going to be holofoil. Team Aqua's Crawdunt. Holofoil. I like the angry face. He is protecting that gay little shrimp. The corpish. What did I say they were? Crawfish. The gay little crawfish. I do have this Team Aqua's Kyogre, but as a non-holofoil. I'm not really sure how that happened, because it is index number 3 out of 95. So, who knows? But at least I have it. And it's Kyogre. Love him. One day, perhaps, Team Aqua's Manectric, dual dark and electric type. Ooh, Sharpedo. I love Sharpedo. I think he is just so swagful. He is just so sleek and cool. One day. Team Aqua's Walrein. Unfortunate. I don't know. Walrein has never really been my favorite, which is unfortunate because Feel is amazing, and even Celio is pretty cool. But instead of going the Dragonite route, they were like, what if we made this kind of horrendous? Maybe I'm just kind of not into walruses after seeing Tusk. Who knows? I don't know if it's the holo is weak on it. I guess, hold on, let me look at it again. Because I'm pretty sure it's not, it's just straight up not holofoil. There isn't even no holofoil in it. It's not even weak holofoil, it's just not there. And I don't think it's fake because everything else looks pretty authentic. I did see an option for this one to be non-holofoil when I was on this website. So I think it can happen. I'm not sure why it did, but it was a recognized variant. Team Magma's Aggron. This was a really interesting one. So this one I actually got for one single doll hair at a Pokemon card meeting. No. At a card show. And I was looking through the collection of a super large vendor, and I had asked if he had any damaged cards, and he did. So as I was looking through them, they were these absolutely fantastic niche cards that were $1 because they were a little bit crinkled. And so I was able to snag this Team Magma's Aggron, as well as, I believe, a Blaine's, no, Lieutenant Surge's Magnemite for $1 each, which is just insane for any type of vintage holofoil. One day as well, we will have this holofoil Team Magma's Claydol, and maybe even get Team Aqua's Kyogre, a matching Team Magma's Groudon. This card was also reproduced for the 25th anniversary series, the one with the like Pikachu stamp in the corner, or sorry, on the edge with the 2-5. So this is the card that it is in reference to. This gay little Houndoom with its gay little stance. Isn't he so beautiful? And that holofoil is just fucking killer. Team Magma's Rhydon. Nice. I like that they do 3D modeling of this one. That just makes him look kind of goofy. Maybe it's just a low number of polygons. Team Magma's Torkoal. An interesting thing about this series, just kind of notice about the set list, is that this was the kind of transition point from the like e-reader cards that whose layout was from the middle of Generation 2 to like the beginning of Generation 3. And this was the last series that had this like e-reader capability, and or at least this e-reader card layout, where we had the like thick yellow borders at the bottom, and as well as like sometimes on the side as well, depending on like which era. So this was like a mix of the new Generation 3 card layout and a departure from the like e-reader. So it was like a mix. Some cards were still in this like e-reader format while others had moved on. So I do have this Raichu, as well as now this Team Aqua's Crawdont, and I have it holofoil. What is this? Have it as a reverse holo. Beautiful. One day, this Mightyena, Celio. So these are all Team Aqua. Team Aqua's Team Aqua's Sharpedo. Would love to have this card. Love Sharpedo. I do have Team Magma's Camerupt, but no Team Magma's Lairon, nor Team Magma's Mightyena. But I do have Team Magma's Rhydon, as well as Team Magma's Zangoose. His Zangoose. this is a very fun Cacnea card. Looks like he's blowing away in the wind. So Team Aqua's Cacnea. And also like mixed dark type, which is kind of cool. I do have Team Aqua's Carvana. And while I have many of the Team Aqua's Corphish, there are actually like 4 different ones. Sorry, I think 3 different ones. This one I do not own, which is tragic because, oh my god, does he look freaked the fuck out. I think it's just like the giant eyeballs and the like teeny little pupils. It just makes me giggle. He looks so stressed. I do have this Screaming Team Aqua's Electrike, as well as Team Aqua's Lantern. No Team Aqua's Manectric, but yes to the Team Aqua's Mightyena. I do have Team Aqua's Celio, Team Magma's Baltoy, Team Magma's Claydol, their Houndoom, Houndour, and this Lairon. There's like multiple of each for some reason. No to this Team Magma's Mightyena, and I have many of the Team Magma's Rhyhorns. I have 2 of the 3, but I do not have this one. Then moving on to these like e-reader format cards again. I don't have the Bulbasaur or Cubone, but I do have the Jigglypuff, Meowth, Pikachu, Psyduck, Slowpoke, and Squirtle. Then we're kind of jumping back into the Team Aqua stuff. Team Aqua's Carvanas. No to the Team Aqua's Chinchou, which is unfortunate because I feel like I own a card that has the same image, the same card art, or I've just seen this card so many times that I've like I like think that it's in my collection, but I don't think, but it's not. Here are the other Team Aqua Corphish pictures. We have what is going on in this first one. I do not know. Maybe he's using his little antenna sensors all over you. Very up close and personal. And then Corfish gets a little win. He's doing a little dance. Alright, then I have both of these Team Aqua's Electrike. None of the Poochyenas, which is unfortunate, because they are really cute little puppies. And then one of the two Team Aqua's Spheals, as well as one of these two Team Aqua's Aeron. I have both these Team Aqua's Ball Toys, one of the two Houndour, Numel, Poochiana, and here's where the 67 out of 95 and 68 out of 95 came into play. So I had this Team Magma's Rhyhorn on the right, 68 out of 95, and was able to kind of complete this little set with Team Magma's Rhyhorn, 67 out of 95. I do have a couple of these trainer cards. I have Team Aqua and Team Magma Schemers. I like that, they're kind of the little set. Big fan. I would love to get Archie and Maxie, but no such case at the moment. No Dual Ball either. Strength Charm, Team Aqua Ball. I do like collecting the various Pokemon cards. I think it's kind of fun. So, but we'll keep on the lookout for Team Aqua's Ball and their Chastity Belt. I do have Team Aqua's Conspirator, as well as Team Aqua's Hideout, but no technical machines. But no technical machine of this one. Team Magma's Ball, yes, but no belts or Conspirator or Hideout, though I do have the technical machine for it. This warp point, especially with the this image, I think has also been reused. So I'm pretty sure this card art has been seen in other series as well. There's the Aqua and Magma energies, as well as the double Rainbow energy. This one also has been in similar series as well. Now we get into the EX cards, and while I do have a Blaziken, EX, the one that I have is actually from one of the Pokemon World Championship deck promos. So instead of having this really shiny silver holofoil border, there's more of a matte silver one, and it also has the winner's signature in the bottom right corner of the of the card. So this was one of their important cards. Yeah, these EX cards are generally just a bitch to come by. I would love, Cradily EX, Entei EX, Raikou EX, Sceptile EX, Suicune EX, Swampert EX. Those would all be dreams. So who knows? Maybe I'll be able to find some damaged ones. We're always on the hunt. Then we actually have two secret rare cards in this set. We have secret rare Absol holofoil, as well as a holofoil Jirachi. So these secret rares are going to be 96 out of 95 and 97 out of 95. So they just make it over the official set list. Now, keeping the Blaziken in mind. That's why I have this here, World Champion, the 2004 World Championship deck, the Blaziken tech. So, like, this series, these types of series were, like, made from were made as, like, promos and stuff from the different TCG World Championship sorry, not testimonies, but like winner decks. So they'll have like a condensed set list since you're able to get up to 4 copies in your tournament deck. And it's like just slightly different than the original card, but it still retains the original index numbers, I think. It's a good question, actually. I don't know if it does. Let me check. It does. This one is 89 out of 95. So that's where we would find it in the EX Team Aqua versus Team Magma series. Okay, so since we have gone through that one, then we're also going to look at Double Crisis, because this one is kind of the sister set, in that it is also a bunch of Team Aqua versus Team Magma. This set, I would also say I probably have some of the most of, with 27 out of 34, 79%. Like, that's pretty... Oop. Hello. What'd I do? That's pretty significant. So I have quite a few of these. So we'll just go through them quickly. We have, for Team Magma, their Numel, Camerupt. Then I have the start of this Spheal line, but... Oh, I have the start and the finish of the Spheal, Celio, and Walrein line, but I am still on the hunt to complete this little triplicate with Team Aqua's Celio. It would be awesome to get this Team Aqua's Kyogre EX, like, full art, perhaps one day. We got the Grimer, no Muck, no Seviper. You know, this, I feel like, in terms of card art, could have gone either way for a Seviper or a Zangoose. But I don't have it. I do have the Baltoy and Claydol, as well as the Aeron, Lairon, and Aggron evolution. But no Team Magma's Groudon EX with this, like, really cool full art with all of the Pokemon on it. We don't have either Poochyenas, unfortunately, but we do have both Mightyenas. We have Team Aqua's Carvanha and Sharpedo line, as well as Team Magma's Zangoose. Now, going into trainer cards, I do actually have, I think, all of these, which was sort of a little accomplishment in and of itself. So we have, for Team Aqua's items, trainer cards, we have Aqua Diffuser, Team Aqua Admin, Team Aqua Grunt, their Great Ball, their Secret Base, as well as their Special Energy. Now for Team Magma's items, trainer cards, we have the Magma Pointer, their Admin and Grunts, as well as their Great Ball, Secret Base, and Double Energy. So I just think this one is super neat. Alright, then for some double, like, for some kind of dual series action, we're going to start looking at the Radiant collections. So I wish... Oh, the hard part about the Radiant collection from 2013 is the way that these cards are kind of specialized is that they all have this really fun like holofoil detailing where or sorry, not holofoil but reverse holofoil detailing. So like there'll be some really cool pattern across the card that's kind of shiny, whether that's like little stars or little leaves or little flowers or hearts or whatever. It has that like kind of little extra sparkle to the cards. So we have most of the Superior line except for Superior herself. We've got Growlithe, Torchic, Piplup, Pikachu, the full Gardevoir line, Ralts, Kirlia, and Gardevoir. Excellent. No Meloetta EX this time, but we do have this stunning Stunfisk. This really fun Purloin with this one you can actually kind of see the like holofoil detailing on the card. This one is a lot easier to see. So it's like, it's not always this intricate for every card, but every card has something. Some cards are more intricate than others. This Purloin is a really good example of that. No Eevee, but we do have the Ursaring line, Teddiursa and Ursaring, as well as Audino. And for the Cincino, I have no idea how I'm supposed to pronounce that one. Cinccino. Huh. I have the evolution, but not its previous evolution. No trainer card. This one is Alessa. Sorry, my bad. And of the 5 full art cards, I have 2 of them. This Shaman EX, as well as this Meloetta EX. But we're missing this Reshiram, the Emolga, and this absolutely gorgeous Mew. I've definitely... Oh, it's pronounced like chinchilla. Chinchino. Chinchino. Okay, that's cuter. Look at this Mew card, though. I absolutely love the colors. Just the bright pink with this, like, purple, blue, green. Oh my god, gorgeous orange. Just so rainbow. This is just such a good, like, this is, like, just like a subtly gay card. I love that. Very pink. And so, maybe one day... I'm not gonna look at that price tag. 182. No, thank you. But hey, I have 68%, 17 out of 25 cards. Alright, so for the second Radiant Collection, this is Radiant Collection 2016, I do have this one being the one with the little jewels. So I have the Chikorita and Shroomish. And while I do have the Charizard, I don't have the previous evolutions, Charmander or Charmeleon. This absolutely adorable Flareon EX with all of the just like kawaii hearts. I think she is just so beautiful. I don't know if that's supposed to be her like nose or mouth, the little O. She looks so just surprised. What a cutie. I do have the Snorunt and Frostlass line. They're making a little snowman. Snow bunny. Oh, so cute. So Frostlass, speaking of Frostlass, Frostlass is one of my favorite Pokemon. My top 3 favorite Pokemon being it's Espeon, Milotic, and Frostlass. And I feel like for a really long time there were just very few Frostlass cards. So this one just being an absolutely gorgeous one with the jewels, the cherry blossom background. This one also has like a really nice holofoil. She's just so gorgeous. And it really wasn't until the more recent meta that Frostlass even like became relevant again. But I do appreciate that she came back, at least momentarily. No Raichu, but we do have Dedenne and this Wobbuffet with lipstick on. I think this is a card I'm really going to try and look for. This Gulpin with the like Gulpin and Child doing their little matching, balancing their fork on their face. So cute. Okay, I do have Jirachi and Esper, and this Meowstic here is actually the one that I traded for. I think, thinking back to the image of the Meowstic card that I got, I think it's hard to sort of see, unless it's on this like black, on any type of like dark card, black, dark type black background. It's hard to see some of the like cool like holofoil reliefs. So this Meowstic was one of our newly acquired cards. Very happy about that. Yevitol, Flabebe, and Floette. I do have this Swirlix and Slurpuff. I think I even have the Swirlix is a reverse holofoil. Let's see. It's a normal holofoil. My bad. I do want to call some attention to this Swirlix, though. It is by Yukamori, so it is sculpted out of clay, which is great because, oh my god, look at it. It's in just a pile of desserts. Delicious. And just adorable. Alright, next we have Slurpuff. Let me zoom out. I got that one too. No to this gorgeous Sylveon EX card, or at least no for now. Though we do have this Diancie, Swablu, and Altaria. I fucking love Altaria. I have such a soft spot for Altaria and Swablu. They just, like, how can you not like beautiful cloud birds? And I feel like I've gravitated towards them a lot in my Mystery Dungeon games. Now moving on down, I do have, so, okay, Fletchling, awesome. I do actually have both of the trainer cards for this. So I do have Floral Crown and Wally. And I will say, this is probably the series that I have where I have the most of their full art cards, especially the ones at the end. I actually have, and have like pulled myself. I don't remember if I pulled it or a boyfriend at the time pulled it, but you know, my collection, our collection, we pulled it together. This Flareon EX, I remember having, I think, a duplicate of it at one point. This full art Pikachu, this absolutely insane, gorgeous Gardevoir EX, and this Mega Gardevoir EX. I definitely had a duplicate that I traded out at one point of this one. So we are just missing this Sylveon EX. So actually, two Sylveon EXs and a Flareon EX, and then a couple like other cards. But overall, hey, 25 out of 32, we are at 78%. Yeah, we kind of ignore these. This is like the full set list. I only focus on this part, the Radiant collection. Okay, now the last thing I want to go through is just the Pop Series 1 through 9. So will say that this is one of my smaller collections. I don't even have like an individual sleeve for each series. I have like all of them together because I have just so few. So starting out with Pop Series 1, 17 cards. Looks like we have like a legendary, a Metagross, and some starters. So of the starters, I have Sceptile, but no Blaziken or Swampert. That Swampert looks very upset. Mouth agape. No Beautifly. Maybe one day. And this Masquerain, this card art looks very familiar, so I'm curious. I'm wondering if like that's been used before. Murkrow, Pupitar, Torkoal, Larvitar, Minun, and Plusle. Now, this is another one where I'm like, I feel like 75% certain this card, I have seen this card art before. I don't remember where, but like, this strikes me as very memorable, so when I return to my larger collection, I think I need to try and take a peek for these two because something about like this Minen card in particular just like is really seems very familiar. Oop. Surskit, Swellow, and oh my goodness, wouldn't that be amazing? Armaldo EX and Tyranitar EX. Short and sweet, but we're at 3 out of 17 cards, 17%. This one I have even less of. The ones that I do have are this Venusaur. This one is holofoil, as well as Mr. Briny's Compassion. So the ones that I still need are the legendary dogs, Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, as well as Pidgeot, Tauros, Ivysaur. This multi-technical machine 1 card has also been released in other sets. Like this I definitely have as like an e-reader card. No Pokemon Park or TV reporter or Bulbasaur. I did see this Cacnea and I had kind of picked it up, but I remember I think the sticker on it was like $2, and I was like, for a Cacnea card, I'm sure I could probably find it for less, probably $1, and I was like, there are cards that I want more. Even though I think he's so cute, he has a little smile. He's a little cactus guy. No Love Disc. No very despondent looking Flaffy. Fanpea. This very odd Pikachu. Oh, this Pikachu is Yukamori, but at an angle. Interesting. I will definitely have to keep my peepers peeled for that one. Yukamori Pikachu from the underneath. We are looking up. And this Celebi EX. From Pop Series 3, it looks like we're focusing on the Evolution, the original Evolutions, as well as Minun and Plusle. So I do have the Flareon, but I'm missing both Jolteon and Vaporeon. No Bulbasaur. And I think these two are Sumiyoshi Kazuki. Yes, here we go. Sumiyoshi Kazuki has done these Minun and Plusle with a really fun kind of like line work and simple like flat colors. Not simple colors, but like more flat colors. No Combuskin either. Don't have that Dawn fan. Fortress. I do have high pressure system. That's good. One day I'll get low pressure system to match. Then this Ditto, this is Yukamori's work. Let's go on, scooch in, zoom in. That really fun little claymation guy. Love. I really would like that one. Eevee, Ivysaur, Marshtomp. This is such a cool card. I would love to find this one in the wild. Pichu Bros. 2 Pichus. And they're bros. Got me talking to bro like a bro. As well as this Ho-Oh EX. Yeah, 11%. We got 2 out of 17. And growing. Oh, we just did that one. Alright, so for Pop Series 4, we had our new addition, the Flygon. So this is what I already had. As well as this Mudkip. And this Delta Species Trico and the Wobbuffet. So this one I actually have as holofoil. However, neither of these Delta Species cards, neither the Chimecho nor the Deoxys. This very sideways moving Mew, Sceptile, Combuskin, Grovyle. I have not seen this heal energy, though it is kind of fun on that leaf. Oh my gosh, this Pokemon fan club card is so cute. Scramble energy, Pidgey, aw, a cute Pikachu, and a cute Squirtle, as well as a Deoxys EX, where I have like, even in like looking at other cards, I don't feel like I've ever seen this one before. And I feel like this one's so distinct too, because it has this like one arm out, one arm in a little squiggle. While we're at 23%, we are well into the 20%. Of Pop Series 5, I have a couple. I do have the matching Ho-Oh and Lugia set, where my Lugia is just beat to shit. But I do have them. No Mew. Wouldn't that be fun? Double Rainbow Energy. Delta Species Charmeleon. Another Bill's Maintenance. This has been in other sets before. Rare Candy. Boost Energy. Rainbow Energy. A Delta Species Charmander. Delta Species Meowth. A non-Delta Species Pikachu. And another oh sorry, this one's not a Yukimori Pikachu, which I always kind of think it is because it looks like it's kind of made out of clay, but also the proportions look slightly off, and it's a little bit concerning. This is by Ryo Ueda. I do also have this Pelipper, this holofoil Pelipper. I don't know why it says it would be worth less if it's holofoil. That is probably not true. Zangoose. And then, oh my god, these would $2,000. So this is Espeon and Umbreon Star. So these are like your star Pokemon, the different color version. So the green Espeon Star retailing at $2,000, and the Umbreon Star with the little blue bands instead of yellow bands at 71. Now, speaking of the Evolution Star cards, I actually do have two of the evolutions. So the evolutions with these star cards at the moment are the first three: Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, as well as Espeon and Umbreon. So I have two of the original three. I'm trying to think which ones it is. I believe I think the Vaporeon and maybe Flareon? I must have gotten at least one of those right. So that would be fun to kind of pad out my set of Espeon and Umbreon star cards. So that's Pop Series 5, and we are at 23%. I don't have anything Pop Series 6 yet. Then, as for Pop Series 7, I literally have one card, and it is the Ampharos. It is holofoil, though, which is fun. Then we have Gallade, Latias, and Latios, or as I prefer to call them, Latinos and Latinos. Mothim, Delibird, Flaffy, Kirlia, Stantler, this Wormadam, and Burmy, like, in his different coats. I also, like, I feel like I have these cards, but I was pretty sure that, like, the series that they were from was something different. I don't remember these being from, like, a Pop series. Well, I wonder if they are also from another Pop, if they're also in another card series. Then we have this Corsola. I had seen this at the card show as well, and I was considering this one, but ended up passing on it. No Mareep either, though we do have the, last evolution. Ralts were no Ralts, no Sentret or Spinda. But some of these seem like they are fairly reasonable to get. Yeah, we have 1 out of 17, so we have just 5%. Pop Series 8. So this is where some of our new additions were as well. So I saw the Heatran and the Lucario. The Lucario was going for like 35. It's not even holofoil, which is crazy to me, but that's okay. I'll find it somewhere else. We have this Luxray, so that one I do have. Probopass, Yanmega, Cherim, Carnivine. I do have the Luxio now, so we got both of those. Night Maintenance, Rare Candy, Roseanne's Research. Actually, I might have this one. I've seen this card art. I think it's also just like been in other cards, in other card series. Chimchar, Krogunk. I would absolutely die for this Happiny. I feel like I also own this one as well. So I'll have to do a little bit more research into like which cards we have duplicate card arts across which series and whatnot. No Piplup, no Riolu, nor Turtwig. We just got 2 of the cards. We are at 11% of the way. They all have 17 cards. Interesting. Alright, then from Pop Series 9 is also one of our more recent acquisitions, is this Baneri. Otherwise, the ones in the set, we can look forward to Garchomp, Manaphy, Raichu, Regigigas, Rotom, Buizel, another Krogunk, Gabite, the Baneri Evolution Lopunny, Pachirisu, Pichu, Chimchar, Gibble, Pikachu, Piplup, and Turtwig. So those are all of the Pop series. So quite a spread here. We have some a lot more completed than others. But I think these like 78, 79% are probably the highest that I have of all of my sets. I think it'll be fun as I continue to kind of really specifically trade for like certain card series to note take them down here and just kind of be able to see where my collection is filling up. So thank you so much for sticking with me today, Shenis Nation. I think we had a really great just run through of my recent trading event experience, and I am looking forward to the next one. So have a good week. Thank you all. Shenis Nation squad out. Squadding out. Wait, hold on.